Hey guys, what's going on? It is Dangeles, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Constructing Los Angeles Season 2. Welcome back, everybody. I believe this is episode 32 today, and I am back on the college campus today. I'm ready to continue to make some progress. I'm actually just going to be picking up right where I left off from last episode. We're going to be working here on this new dorm hall. I'm going to try to get the floor plan of this thing put together today, as well as the outer walls, and get everything, looking good and making sense, with the connection from the interior to the exterior. So I'm going to start off by just running down this brick wall here, and it's going to go down to somewhere over here. I actually don't know exactly where just yet, but at the end of last episode, we decided that this was going to be the main lobby, this was going to be a mailroom, and this was going to be a check-in room for students to, swipe in, so, they're like, they actually live there, right? So that makes some sense. So we also decided that these are going to be the main size for these rooms. So I'm likely going to be double stacking this, so it's probably going to end up looking something like this. And I don't think I'm going to use the bone blocks as the interior choice, but we'll just to give an example. We're going to double stack this with bricks? Probably not. So it'll probably end up being like this. And this is going to be what you're going to find as the size of one of these rooms. So we'll get the dimensions here in a second. So we got a 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 by 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So 8 by 9, pretty good. It's almost a square. That works absolutely perfectly. We're also going to need some ceiling block as well, which I might just use some wool for this, which I have been using as ceiling blocks in the college campus area. So we'll utilize these, and this will be the perimeter here of one room. So yeah, guys, I'm just picking up right where I left off today from last episode. So we'll continue to work on this thing. I have a question of the day to answer as well later on in the video. Today is April Fool's Day, which reminds me that back in the day, I think 3 years ago actually on this date, I hit you guys with probably the only April Fool's joke I've ever hit you guys with. I can't remember if I've done anything for it in other years that I've been on YouTube here. But in 2014, I hit you guys with the I'm quitting CLD video, which I thought it was a pretty good April Fool's joke. I'm going to put it in the description. You guys can check it out for old time's sake if you want. Basically what I did was, like, literally 2 minutes into the video, I was like, I'm canceling CLD, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And I tried to make it pretty convincing. I even, like, cut to the outro of the video and everything like that. It was pretty legit. If it wasn't on April Fool's Day, it'd be pretty believable. But, you can't trust anyone today. It's just paranoia city out here. You never know what's going to happen. Already, my YouTube sub box is just filled with ridiculous videos, which is no different from any other day with the era of clickbait here on YouTube. But it's quite interesting because, I wake up and I'm looking at my sub box. And I'm like, oh, wow, there's a lot of crazy videos in my sub box today. And then I remember, oh, yeah, it's April Fool's Day. Never mind. Never mind. Business as usual. So, yeah. That's basically what's going on today. So you guys can go check out my old April Fool's video if you want. It was a good one, I felt. I felt like I really, I fooled some people. I'm sure there's probably about 20 people that watched that video that legitimately were fooled by it, unsubscribed from the channel, and never heard from me ever again. And shout out to those people, because I don't know what they're doing now, but they got fooled. So shout out to them. But anyway, I'm going to be throwing down some acacia wood here as the floor. This has got some unorthodox blocks with the bone meal, with the bone block. I keep saying bone meal. The bone block, this is literally the first time that I've used it at all. I'm pretty sure this is the default texture pack bone block. I don't know if Joe changed it or not. Can't remember. But regardless, let's go ahead and throw down some quick little acacia wood, which I believe is 5.4. It might be 5.3. Oh, it is 5.4. Look at that. I'm on my A game today, remembering all the block IDs. So here's our front lobby. There's no foyer in a dorm room. All right, so we got that. We have one dorm hall. I don't know why I filled this one in. This is kind of like, it just looks like a shell compared to nothing else being finished. So let's actually get the floor plan figured out first, and then we'll actually come in and get everything else settled. So I'll run this down, and this is going to connect over to the edge wall here. There's going to be a wall going across right here. There is going to be a double stack right here. Keep that in mind. And what else? There is going to be a door right here. A door right here. There's going to be a wall going down the middle here. So we have dorm room, 4 dorm rooms, each with an entrance. There's going to be a community bathroom as well, which we're going to do in a second. So there we go. Got ourselves 4 dorm room entrances. We're going to have another wall run across on this side. And we're going to get this thing filled out. So I originally think I said that there was going to be 16 dorm rooms on each floor. 16 times 3 is 48. So I think that's what I originally said. But it's probably not going to be that many just because we're going to have to add bathrooms on this floor plan somewhere. So I have to keep that in mind. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it right here, actually. So what I'm going to do is run a wall down right here. And connect this to right here. And this is going to be the bathroom for this side. Okay? And then there's going to be 2 more dorm rooms. So there's actually going to be 6 dorm rooms each on each side, which means 12 on each floor, which means 36 total instead of 48. So not quite as many, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to add 2 more openings here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dorm rooms plus a bathroom space. That's good. That is good. And we're also going to have a staircase at the next level, which is going to go across right here. We'll have it open right there. Staircase in that space that'll go up to the next level. And we'll pretty much do the exact same thing on the other side. Before I do that, though, I'm going to break all this because it doesn't need to go back that far. And this building is, I think it's compact enough. It works. 36 rooms for this small of a space. This is how I would build a hotel. I've only built 1 hotel ever on Minecraft, and it was probably the worst build that I've ever done, to be honest. The 4 biomes hotel back in the downtown area of the city. That is probably my least favorite build that I've ever built. Well, that's not true, but it's like my least favorite recent build. I should have done something different with that building, which actually does tie into today's question of the day a little bit. So how about we just answer it right now? So today's question of the day comes from gaming and fried chicken. 2 great things. And the question is, if you had world edit from when you first started the series, which buildings would be changed? Thank you for the question. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So it's very tough for me to say what buildings specifically I would have changed right from the get-go. I will say one thing, it would have taken a lot less time to build things with world edit. You know, I could build skyscrapers in 1 day as opposed to like a month. So, you know, it takes away a lot of the tedious part of skyscraper building, which is probably the main reason why I'm not a huge fan of building skyscrapers. So that was, I would say, the main thing. I don't know if like the design of them would look any different. Just because you have to consider the fact that when I built those things, like when I built some of the older skyscrapers on Los Angeles, at the time, I thought they were very good. So having world edit really wouldn't change my mentality there. I would probably still think that they were really good. So I would just build them faster, I think, is the major key here. And just kind of branching off on other ways that I could have changed Los Angeles if I had world edit from the beginning. I could have made more landscaping designs, like more mountain ranges possibly. I could have changed biomes so I didn't have to deal with like desert grass in the city and stuff like that. And that's actually something I am going to go back and change. In fact, I might even show you guys an example of this video or something. I don't know. We'll see. Probably not. I'll do it at some point, but not today. World Edit gives you the option to change biomes, so you can change the color of grass and stuff like that. That would probably have been something that I really would have done because I had a lot of frustration early on in the series just dealing with lots of desert grass in the city area. And I kind of eventually made my way around it, but or kind of just learned to deal with it. But with World Edit, I would have been able to change it. So that would probably be the major thing I would have changed. I'm not sure if I would have changed any buildings specifically. I mean, it's hard for me to say. You never know what could have changed. You know, it's a completely different situation with World Edit. You know, everything's different when it comes to you know, how quickly you can build things and your possibilities when building things. So it would be tough to say what exactly I would change, but I will say that it would be quite different I would say, if I had a world edit from the beginning, because I would have more possibilities and more options, or maybe it would be the same. You never know. But thank you for the question, Gaming and Fried Chicken. I appreciate it. You guys can leave your questions of the day in the comments below, and I will go through one and find one for next episode. So one thing I'm kind of struggling with right now is the concept for this. I don't know why this is throwing me off right now. Let's go inside of here. So that's 1 block away from the wall here. It's 1 block away from the wall over here too. Why is this 2 blocks, but why is this 3? Now we're really... I'm getting a little confused here, honestly. I shouldn't have built this, because now it's throwing me off. Hold on. Let me get rid of this. I can rebuild it later. It's legitimately confusing me, because I'm having a hard time wrapping around the dimensions. I don't know why I started. I think I just did it as an example, and it was just a mistake. Okay, so let's see. This would be double stacked right here. Okay. So now that lines up with the other side. And then this would turn like this. Just trying to get this lined up. So now, if we break that and replace that with some... So we have 1, 2, 3 blocks here. 1, 2, 3 blocks there. So that's symmetrical and lined up properly. Now, what's the problem here? I know the problem. I have figured it out. The problem, I have figured it out. I have now understand the problem. I'll show you guys the problem. I lined it up with the middle of these things, the indents in the wall, but they're not the same from one side to the other. Alright everybody, so after days and days of struggle on something that should normally be very confusing, I have finally figured this thing out and got everything symmetrical and lined up. I think I over-confused myself or over-complicated this, but we're back to where we want to be now. So the way this is working, this first room here next to the front door is going to be 8 blocks wide, and then every other room is 7. So it goes 8, 7, 7, 7 on both sides. Okay, everything is now making sense. Now we're good. And I just have to adjust a few things, like moving this door over 1 block. Got to place that there instead, just so it's 1 block away from the edge. And now I believe everything is looking good and lined up. Only thing I got to do is just make sure that this side over here has a double stack right against the wall there. That is good. And now everything else should line up nice and smoothly. Except over here we have to make sure that this is the same width. So let's see. We got a 13 block wide gap here. Please be 13 to save me from my struggles. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's 12. This is unsymmetrical then. Okay. Man. Holy moly. Every single time I thought I found another mistake, but we're good. That just needs to be moved over 1 block. I believe this needs to be moved over as well, since that's only 6. Yep. This needs to be moved over 1 block. We kind of just like moved everything over 1 block is how this worked. And then now this is 7. If I do this right. Yep, because this is going to be a double stack right here. Okay. Now everything is making sense. Okay. We're good. Let's finish this over here. So we're going to run a wall right across through here. And door openings right here. And staircase right here. There we go. There's our first floor plan for this build. One thing I'm going to keep in mind, there's going to be an opening right here and an opening right there. Just got to keep that in mind. And that's going to do it. That is going to do it for the floor plan. Okay, so now that we have this put in, let's go ahead and get these outer walls filled in. So going to be the next thing we're going to do, which is going to be hopefully fairly easy. It's going to be blank stone, or what's this called, brick on this side. Probably going to add some detail to it. We're going to start off with some just standard brick assortment of blocks. Start off with that. However, the back over here is going to be basically the same. So there's going to be an indent here. This is going to go up. It's going to be pretty similar to the other side, since we want to have windows on the other dorm halls or dorm rooms as well. We don't want just some dorm rooms to have windows and some don't. That would be stupid. So this is indented 1 block, and we have our bone meal and our sandstone. Fantastic. So let's add that. And we have to break these blocks open here. 3 blocks wide. Let's add our bone meal. 3 blocks tall of bone meal. I'm just gonna keep saying bone meal, guys, so I apologize if I keep saying that. Okay, that's actually on the ground, funny enough. I thought it was actually gonna be 3 blocks tall, but looks like we have to make a slight adjustment to this. So that's gonna be there instead, which actually connects right to the bricks. Is it supposed to be like that? Yeah, it is. Okay, we're good. Also, I gotta grab myself some glass. Not even gonna go into the inventory. Alright, so let's do this. We're gonna go 3 blocks. 3 blocks. And I'm just gonna do one of these, and we can do the same thing we did last time, and do a little world edit for the rest of it. Okay, guys, so now we have 4 sets of windows here. Only thing we got to do is just make sure that they're lined up properly. I believe this one needs to be moved over 1. I believe that will line them up good. We're going to check, though. We have a method of checking this on the interior, which we're going to do in a second. Let me just get this filled in. Take 3 seconds to fill this in, and then we're going to do our quick little check here. I think we'll be good and ready to continue this to the other side. I'm going to finish up the exterior of this today. That's what we're going to wrap up on. So I believe that will work. Let's take a look on the inside. So the way we check for this is if it lines up, if these walls line up with the indents, which looks like they do. The only one that doesn't is right here. But this one is, oh yeah, this is going to be the back actually. So there's not going to be there's going to be a different window on this one since it's the bathroom. Okay. Good to know. Let's make the appropriate adjustments for this. So, okay, do we need double? Yeah, we'll keep the windows in the bathrooms. That's fine. We'll just have like curtains over them or something. They're in the back of the building anyway, so it's no big deal. There were windows in my bathroom when I was a freshman in college, so we can definitely make some adjustments. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll make these windows 2 blocks wide here, since we don't want like a conflict between the wall design. So this is going to go straight up, and we'll connect that through here. Run this back down, and then we'll just replace this with some bricks going up. Kind of continue that same design that we've been doing. 1 indent within the bricks. Okay, there we go. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to leave the rest of that, but it does look a little odd with 1 smaller window. So maybe maybe we'll make some changes to this design or something. Over here, though, we could put another 2-block window in this room, possibly. But I think we have the right idea here. I'm probably just going to get rid of this indent. I think that will improve this. If we just run this down, just kind of get rid of that. Just make that like a flat. In fact, what if we just did this? What if we just made this like a flat brick wall here on the back, and then maybe we can just put some hedges or something on it to make it look a little bit better. I think that'll probably be the best decision here. So we'll run that across there. And where are we going to have to do the rest? Okay, so let's let us do this part over here. I'll get this wall filled in. And then we'll just see if we can put on a roof for this thing real quick. Alright guys, we have the window designs on the back of the build, copied from one side to the other. So now all the walls are actually finished on this build, which is real nice. Good to get those out of the way nice and early. One thing I have to check though for this is to see the distance between these real quick. So this is going to be 9 blocks right here. And if this is 9 blocks over here, we're in good shape. Okay, we're in good shape. So those all the rooms from one side to the other are the same size, which is exactly what I want. So the floor plan's ready to go. The walls on the outside are good. Everything's lining up nicely. So now let's just wrap things up with a roof design, okay? So I'm just going to start off by taking some of this sandstone and running it out a little bit further. I'm going to do a andesite and stone roof, something nice and simple. But I'm going to start off just by double stacking everything here with some sandstone. And just making sure that, you know, there's no blocks showing where they shouldn't be showing. So we'll just do the whole double stack for this. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the design of this build. I think it's pretty simple. 2 episodes and we have the whole design put in, ready to go, ready to be furnished. And the furnishing on this should be pretty simple as well, since every room is pretty much going to have the same layout. That's how dorm rooms work. Alright, so let's go ahead and take this across here. Just get all these little blocks filled in. Make sure that we have the same distance from each side, which I believe we will have. If I just get these last few blocks put in where they need to be, without misplacing blocks really badly like I am right now. And then we just have to do one more line across right here. Been using a lot of sandstone recently. It's not a block that I would really use very much in the original city, so taking advantage of it now. Alright, we have this put in, so let's do this. I'm gonna place a block right here, and I'm going to take that as my position 1, and then I'm gonna zoom on over here. I'm gonna take this block as my position 2, and I am going to do a set 1, comma 1 5, and that is going to give me some stone mixed with andesite. It's a really subtle thing, but I like it as roofs. I think it looks solid. So we're gonna do this now, kind of just running down, get all the areas filled in. It's gonna take us 3 different world edits to get this filled in. Okay, got there. There we go. Look at that. And then one more over to here, to this block. Get that filled in, and there we go. We have ourselves a roof for this build. And then as far as ceilings in the interior, let me give you guys a quick idea of what I'm thinking in here. So we already have, also these lighting defects in here are a little annoying, but that's fine. So we already have the ceiling right here. So let's just get a quick perspective on this. This is going to be the floor. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 block tall ceilings, okay? And hold on. No, wait, no. This is not the right block for the ceiling. My bad. Ceiling is going to be right here. 4 blocks tall. So 1 block above the window. And then the level 2 floor is going to be right here. 1 block below the window. And then rinse and repeat. Next ceiling is going to be right here. Like that. Another floor. And one more. We just have to put the ceiling on this one. We could actually make this one 1 block taller, because it's right up against the roof. So 3rd floor gets a 5 block tall ceiling. 1st and 2nd floor, they get 4 block tall ceilings. And that's going to be the design for this whole build in the interior. Staircases have already been spots for them on both sides. I think we've accounted for everything. Laundry room is something that I haven't really quite thought of yet. I might, on the 2nd floor, where there would normally be a mail room and a check-in area, like in this space on the 2nd floor, there's going to be like laundry and stuff like that, and maybe on the 3rd floor there'll be like a snack stand or something. So we have everything, all the space has been allocated correctly, I think, and we have ourselves a nice little design here. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Constructing Los Angeles. We got this dorm room exterior finished off. We have to landscape around it and terraform everything so it looks good, but the design of it, I think, has come together very nicely. Next episode, I don't know what I'm going to do next episode actually yet, so we'll keep that as a surprise. But 2 episodes just like that, and we have ourselves another building. So looking real good. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you did, drop a like. That'd be awesome. And I will see you guys on the next episode of Constructing Los Angeles in a few days. Have a good day, everybody, and peace out.